Good morning, everybody. This is Brother Rob, and I pastor the Jesus Name Pentecostal Church, and this is Quarantine Devotion number 6, taken from the life of Jesus Christ. And this week, I don't know if you noticed, we focused on food last week, but this week we want to focus on Jesus's emotions. We can learn from him how emotions empower us and how to use them for God's glory. Today we're going to look at the emotion of compassion. Compassion is an emotion that triggers a wave of chemical reactions deep in our core. It awakens our sympathies and moves us with pity towards someone in a desperate situation. I want to focus on 6 struggles that compassion moved Jesus to act on. The first struggle came when John the Baptist was murdered by Herod. The Baptist had awakened the spirits of the people. They were encouraged by his fervent preaching. But with the Baptist out of the picture, the people were discouraged and confused. It says this in Mark 6:34. When he went ashore, he saw a great crowd and had compassion on them, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. Matthew adds that they were harassed and helpless. Jesus was moved with compassion when he saw the people without a leader. His compassion triggered his teaching reflex, so he sat the people down and began expounding God's word. I wish I could have been there to hear the compassionate teacher that day. The struggle was confusion and a lack of leadership. And he was moved by that emotionally to teach them and encourage them through the Word of God. The second struggle is sickness and debilitating illness. God created us to live healthy, vibrant lives, but sin has spread across the world, creating misery both directly and indirectly on every one of us. It's no wonder these sufferings awaken Christ's deepest emotions. It said in Matthew 20:31 through 34, the crowd rebuked them, talking about 2 blind men who had heard that Jesus was coming by, and they were hollering for him. And so the crowd rebuked these 2 guys, telling them to be quiet, to be silent. But they cried out all the more, Lord, have mercy on us, Son of David. And stopping, Jesus called them and said, what do you want me to do for you? They said to him, Lord, let our eyes be open. And Jesus, in pity or compassion, touched their eyes, and immediately they recovered their sight and followed him. Aren't you glad that Jesus didn't ignore these men, that he didn't just walk right on by them? He could not ignore their plight. And their desperate cries awakened his deep pity. His sympathetic feelings triggered his healing reflex. And so he was compassionate and sympathetic towards their sickness, and it moved him to heal them. Emotions can be harnessed for powerful spiritual effects. The third struggle is weariness and hunger. God created a world full of food, filled with an abundant supply. And he did not design us for starvation and suffering, but for satisfaction and comfort. In this third example of Matthew 15:32, then Jesus called his disciples to him and said, I have compassion on the crowd, because they have been with me now 3 days and have nothing to eat. And I am unwilling to send them away hungry, lest they faint on the way. Once again, his emotions were awakened by this massive crowd. They were so engaged in his miracle ministry and anointed preaching that 3 days had passed without any food. Seeing them hungry and weary triggered his hospitality reflex. Compassion drove him to a miraculous multiplication of bread and fish that fed 4,000 men plus women and children. What do you think about emotions? They are so powerful. God didn't create them to rule us, but to strengthen us to do unprecedented ministry and intervene powerfully in the sufferings of humanity. Wow, our time is up. So I guess we'll have to teach the other 3 struggles tomorrow. But think about this today, this first day, second day of the week, Monday. How is God using my emotions to help people and to do the miraculous? God bless you. Have a great day.